All right then. Since this is like completely informal and it's 4:30 in the morning,
We'll edit it out.
we are the Shake Up Guys back at you once again. My name is Brad, and
I'm Jay.
on the other side of the screen for me, that's Jay. And joining us in my makeshift studio today, we have Aaron and Tanya.
Yes.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi. Could you be a little more enthusiastic about being here?
That's
a stank hi. Hi.
Hi. Screw you guys. I've done interviews in real studios before.
This shit y'all got here.
This goofy whatnot. Actually, the truth be told, I mean, this show is pretty much informal. It isn't like any real format, so it doesn't really matter. But your name is going on it, so
You guys
might want to pep it up a little bit.
Tell us again your names, where you from, and
I'll let you go first.
Me. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see.
y'all suck at this.
My name is Erin. I have 2 kids. I work at GM, and that's it.
Should you want to put that out there?
Yeah,
Sure.
we're gonna. I don't know how to bleep things out, so let's no real personal information. So, no, she does not work there. She doesn't work
She don't
there.
have a job.
Full disclaimer.
She's a stripper.
She has a job, just not at the place she thinks she has a job at.
Someone's delusional.
Yeah, see, because nobody knows where I work for real.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
Pull up on me.
yeah, it might pull up on you.
I don't need to pull it up on me.
We don't
You
know.
that show.
I want
Alright.
McDonald's.
Word. See,
Whole root of seal.
the whole show will be like that. So.
Pull up.
Anyway, anywho, today's kind of just a loose discussion that me and Jay got tired of having by ourselves, so we decided to bring in 2 women who could pretty much give us
Their opinions. Perspectives.
or
The whole truth.
just go ahead and hurt our feelings
You didn't testify
if they see fit.
Everybody has rights.
Just straight hurt our feelings. Go for it, man.
People's feelings. I'm the nicest person ever.
I mean, do you even know my name?
Your name is Brad. I don't know your last name.
Yeah, you don't know my last name, but up until like an hour ago, it was, hey, Mr. Lightskin.
Light skinned cousin, yeah. Hey, light skinned
Well,
Like, I
cousin.
got a whole
I've
name.
been light-skinned friend.
It's always like skin.
I've been calling you that. I just like calling you that. I've been knowing your name.
Oh, you just like
Oh, that
poking
was
the
something
bear.
special. I guess
Okay,
that's
I
something
get
Yeah,
it.
just, she made her own little nickname.
Oh, we have a thing now.
Is that what
We have a thing now.
Nah, because you gave me you read me my rights earlier about that.
What? All I was saying was you can use my name.
Call me
My name is
Brad.
Brad. I'm a person with feelings and stuff. You know, just like you.
You me hold you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I got other people for that.
Oh, damn.
Whore.
Okay, check my.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
All right.
Well, hey, you can throw darts. I can throw darts too, right? Right?
This shit is going left, man. Can we stay focused?
I am from
Next guest.
Anyway.
Next guest, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself? Not where you work, apparently.
I don't have a job.
Yes, who are
I
you?
just hustle.
Where are you from? All that good stuff.
Name is Tanya.
A little background.
I am originally from Chicago.
I thought you were supposed to get that gun out.
Was I really? I mean, I'm comfortable. I'm sorry. Is that going to be an issue?
Not for me.
Okay. Well, I'll try to keep it at a minimum. I gotta remember.
I mean, shit, you the one that's gonna look hood on camera, but that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what you want to do.
Focus.
If that's the image you would like to project, that's all good.
Gum, I mean, now. I can keep a fresh breath. But anyway,
That's right. Don't melt my microphones.
I'm not saying I got. Okay, you know what?
I was just saying don't melt my microphones. I didn't say
That's not gonna
that.
happen.
Again, going left.
But anyway.
Can you stay focused?
I am focused.
Nigga.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
focused.
I'm originally from Chicago. Married twice. 6 children between the 2 marriages. I don't know. What else you want to know?
She has a lot of experience.
She said you
I
got,
wasn't gonna
you
say
got
that.
miles.
But
She said you got miles.
That's cool.
She said you got miles on your vagina.
She knows it's going left. She knows it's going all down.
sure. She made it bad.
Every time I say something, he adds 10 cents on it and makes it way worse.
Okay.
Like, it's not really
So
like...
clearly, Jay, Tanya, and Aaron know each other outside of,
Here.
obviously.
I work at McDonald's too.
On Route to see.
They all sell drugs. That's bullshit.
I don't mind flipping a patty. Okay. I dropped them fries too.
It's called a pie. You need to know the street lingo if you're gonna be out there
Just shaking
hustling.
fries, just throwing fries.
This is crazy.
Hold on, quick disclaimer. People can tell it sounds and looks better because we actually put some money into this.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Still got got a long ways to go. But
Yeah. So it does look and sound, hopefully sound a lot better, and it doesn't look like shit anymore. We're not crammed into that little space. So I hope you guys appreciate all the effort we're putting into this.
Yay.
Yay. You suck. Anyway.
So initially we were talking about what were we talking about? We were talking about dating?
We jumped around from
We was talking about
Body counts.
we were talking about body counts.
Yeah, too.
But more specifically we were talking about having a conversation about
The Jussie Smollett thing?
We're
Well, we were
start
talking
with
about that,
current
too.
events. We're going to start with current events.
current events. I got to get this out because this is just the only time to really do it. It's really hard enough to be a person of color in America. It's hard enough. I mean, I'm not the type of person that's going to sit around and play victim all the time. I'm just not going to do it. However, you got some goofy doofus who's already famous and then wants to turn around and bring more attention to himself by lying and making everybody else who's ever been a victim of
Right.
racial attacks or even like attacks because they were sexual. You really demean these people, and I'll be the one to say it, man. I hope dude gets some help, man, for real, because that was
I thought you were
bogus.
going to say jail time. I hope he gets help too.
Well,
he's not going to get jail time.
He's not gonna get jail time like that.
False
I mean,
police reports
I
and
think it
misdemeanor.
sucks because, from what I understand, his motive was not to secure the bag, but to increase the bag.
well, yeah,
And
he's already.
What
famous.
he ended up doing was stopping his bag because they have pulled him from
They wrote
the
him out of
final
the show.
shows
Yeah.
of.
Just the final show's not actually off the series yet.
Well, here's what the scenario
But
was.
that's what's going to happen next, though. More than likely.
That's the problem, was that they were writing him out of the show.
Anyway, right?
And in that, they were writing him out of the show anyway. So in an effort to try to gain some
That
popularity,
was speculated.
no, it was pretty a given. So in order to kind of increase his value to the show, he staged this whole bullshit, this whole thing. He staged it in an effort to make himself more appealing, more valuable to the show, so that they would keep him around. Instead, all he did was end up screwing himself over a stupid ass plan.
That's the thing. When you're doing stuff like that, you got to make sure your plan is foolproof. Like, you got to go over it over and over again, because any little thing can make, just one little slip of the thread can make everything start unraveling. First of all, there are cameras everywhere. You got to make sure you're doing with the right people, because you can't get down with everybody.
Right.
And you got to pay your goons more than $35. You know what I'm saying? What did he pay him, like
35,000.
No, it was like 3,500.
I thought it was like 30.
No. It was a total. It was supposed to be a total of 4. It was supposed to be a total of $4,000, and he paid like 35, and he was supposed, or 500, something like that.
To go buy whatever they had to buy for the stage attack.
And these goofy doofuses bought all that
But I'm still
with
trying to
debit
figure out how they
cards.
even find out who they
Why
were,
did you
though.
think
It was on
cameras?
camera. It was on camera.
I just don't understand why he didn't at least find white people to do it.
Ain't no white people gonna do no shit.
My
like
thing is, why go through all
They
this?
grimy too.
Why
yeah, white people that get gutted. I mean, no doubt. I'm saying that, like, you're not finna find based off of
That you
what
would
he was
trust.
trying to do.
Yeah.
You're not gonna find somebody
actually
like.
choke
I mean, as soon as you explain, oh, this is what I want to do, I'm gonna be
Actually,
like,
I
why
think on the
am
website,
I
Chicago
going to
goes
help
find
y'all do
those
this?
people, so, I
But if you
decided.
look at the pictures of the guys and you look at how they supposedly beat him up, you knew it was fake.
Yeah, I mean,
bodybuilders and
but
stuff.
the thing is, it sounds fake when I heard it. When I heard the
just-
initial
it wasn't
report
plausible.
of him being attacked, where he was, when, and the stuff that he was claiming, they said like, oh, this is, you know, MAGA country.
Downtown Chicago.
I'm like, you was in
Chicago.
downtown Chicago and you got attacked by a couple of
Hillbillies?
white dudes
in downtown
at
Chicago.
2 in the morning.
If he had said Mississippi,
and,
I'd be like, okay, yeah.
They
that
was
could
just hanging out they was just hanging out in the area and they brought bleach. Like, who's just at the club with a bottle of Clorox, dude?
And rope.
happen.
And rope. Who are these goons, man?
Like, it would have made more sense if they accosted him at his hotel, like he tried to go to his hotel room, but it was just like the whole story, like, I don't know. But you got to understand, like, it has to be something deeper than just that story, because why would that be the thought? Why would you get bleach, and why would you go so far as to make America great again, hats and all that stuff? Like, it's all in the details, and his details it was too much.
They were crap. My thing is, why not just hone your craft? The kid can act, he can sing. You got a lot of talent here. On top of you gay, so that's a win in your column also,
if they were
because
planning on letting him go from Empire, he'd have picked up
he
something else.
could have done something. That's my whole
But
argument.
that,
There was
we
something else he
don't
could
know
have
that, because
done.
what I'm thinking is he probably was out there trying to find something, and the work that he probably found wasn't what he wanted. He better find Tyler Perry.
There's my point.
Well,
Tyler
I'm
Perry
saying
would put
that-
him in a couple plays at least to hold him over.
I mean, he had enough face recognition that he probably. I mean, you know, acting
he
is
would have
hit and
been a
miss.
straight
His
straight to video actor.
That's still acting, though.
It's better than being
That's
in
still-
Cook County Jail.
That's still acting,
I mean,
in my opinion.
I guess he ain't gonna be no lying no more, cause he really lying.
He lying. He's lying king. He's the
I just know.
lying king.
I mean, to me, it's like, okay, they say that, you know, there's no such thing as bad publicity. Shit.
The hell it ain't.
There is now.
I mean that
You
may be
goofy
true. The
doofus.
thing is, you now have a felony on you.
Well, you have a
For some
felony.
more money.
It's a
And
misdemeanor.
nothing you ever say ever again will ever. Nobody's gonna listen to you
Filing a
now.
false police report is a misdemeanor.
Like anything
Well,
bad that
it's
happens to you
a
now,
fact.
everybody's gonna be like,
It was
what?
bad and it's another charge.
What?
No,
Ain't nobody gonna buy that now.
Misdemeanor. I don't know what else they charge him with, but
They charge him with a felony,
It's another
what's
charge.
the
Whatever
felony?
it is, it's a felony.
False report.
filing a false report.
That's not a
It wasn't.
felony, it's a
They didn't, the way they did it, it wasn't.
They're hitting him with a felony. They talking
That's
about
not-
he could get up to
that's
3
the other
years.
No, they're
charge.
charging him differently so that it is a felony.
Okay.
It's not filing a report. It's coupled into that, but it's like disturbing the peace or something like
Yeah,
that.
there's some other charges in there.
Okay.
And that's what the felony is. And then they, in lieu of the call.
That makes sense. Yeah. Well,
Well-
good luck to him. I mean, either way, he wins. If he beats the charge, he's good. If he goes to jail, it's a smorgasbord for him.
Hey, rape is rape.
No, he's going to be the
Okay.
smorgasbord.
I'm pretty sure
Rape
he
is
knows
rape,
that.
dog. I don't know about he's good, but
You talk about a gay man in
yeah,
prison.
man,
That don't mean
but
he just wants
still.
somebody
That's a
taking it.
stereotype.
Yeah,
Stop
that's
that.
still. I mean,
Fuck y'all. First of all,
He gonna
the
walk around with that shirt and the knives. That's what you said.
I'm just saying he likes nothing against the gay community. I'm just saying
We have to
a
shake
man who's
our
interested in
do
men.
not support violence
Fuck
against.
off. Stop doing disclaimers.
No, fuck that.
A
We do
man-
not discriminate against
I'm not fucking
gays
discriminating.
and lesbians.
We do
And
not
we do not
discriminate.
want them to be attacked.
I'm not. Fuck you. I'm not saying attack. I'm not saying discriminate. I'm simply saying a man being locked in a male prison with a bunch of dudes who don't have anything to do but work out might be okay. He might be alright. He might be like, I'll be alright in here. He might be okay.
Or he might.
You lock me in a women's prison, I'm not gonna freak out like, oh no.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you're a man.
He might meet them MAGA white
It's
men
not
there.
really the same thing.
They might really get to him. He might not make it.
I mean, if they locked you in a women's prison, I mean, I think you would be surprised about how little you would do in there. Because, I mean, have you seen some of these women that are locked up?
I mean, I'm sure it's cute women that are.
I'm
like
sure there
that.
are. I'm sure there are. But have you just watch something like
Orange is the New Black.
not even Orange is the New Black, because that's fictitious.
I used to watch
Well,
that.
not fictitious.
I made
Somebody
a couple
wrote
episodes
that.
of it.
Somebody wrote that. It was, I guess, I don't know if it was based off a true story. I don't know. What I'm saying is, those are people on camera. They got makeup and all that other shit. Go hang out with some woman who's been convicted of like hardcore manslaughter. It's gonna change your
She don't have no
tune.
problem killing people.
Right. I'm talking about one of them hardcore. I'm talking about one of them chicks where it don't matter how much makeup she put on, ain't nobody gonna show up to take care of her.
Coochie is coochie.
Shit. Not when you ain't gotta be there.
You ever talk to somebody in the Navy? They say the same thing. Those chicks look horrible. They say after 6 months, they don't look so bad.
No, I'm sure
So-
they won't. If you stay in there, you do your year and a half in the woman's facility, and then they're gonna start
He done
looking
gave you his
good.
time.
Huh?
He done gave you your time. You got a year and a half.
Right. That fucking lump me
I'm
in.
just trying to give you enough time to get acclimated to your environment, and then be down to hit
I
large
think
march.
for a person that's not used to jail, a week will acclimate you.
After about a year and a half in jail, you're gonna hit large march. She's gonna be looking real fly then, but not after you got there on your first day. They're gonna be looking toe back, and you gonna know it.
Let's clarify something. She said a week in jail. I don't need a week. You give me an hour inside, I'm like,
Yeah, I'm gonna be
I
crying.
ain't used to this. I want to go back to
I'm
my
not
polo
going to
sheets.
jail.
Oh my God.
I want to go back to
I
sleep.
don't want to
in
go
my
to
polo
women's
sheets.
jail. I don't want to go to dude. I really don't want to go to dude jail. I'm too light skinned for that. They're definitely
Oh, so
going.
you can say like
I can. Just like
I just can't say
it's just like the N word.
fuck you.
She said you almost too light to say that.
I'm not even that light. I've seen way brighter people than me. But anyway,
You're a little
back on
red.
this jail. Whatever.
Oh, he's mad.
Whatever. No, you don't have what it takes to make me angry.
Oh, okay.
Again.
You real snippy right now.
I'm not snippy. This is me regular.
Well, you're regularly snippy.
No, you want to call me snippy because you can't think of any comeback yet. But you will. Try harder.
Okay, I just came on. You real snippy.
It's going left again. Fuck you.
No, it's going exactly the way we're supposed to go.
I'm gonna put dog collars on y'all, those electric shock ones, and every time y'all start to go
And
left,
I'm going to
buzz
bite the shit out of you as soon as you try.
That was my
Bite
reaction.
the shit out of
We did
you.
it at the same time.
Wait a minute.
Hey, wait, man, why is this happening?
Obviously, this Jesse talk is a little.
Well, it was extremely dumb.
It was.
I mean, it was dumb and uncalled for. It's like you don't have to go far to find racism, dummy. All you got to do is go outside. You know what I'm saying?
I just think
What are you
that's what
thinking about?
irritated me about it.
What's that?
Right now, it's in the climate
in the
today.
culture, yeah.
You choose that. You could have just got beat up and jumped, and you would have had a storyline or something like that. But to do all that was just too much.
Yeah,
You made
that was
two hate
ridiculous.
crimes, or three actually. He's black, he's gay, and it was racial related. What was it? It was black and gay, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
black
That's what-
and
yeah.
he's gay. Yeah.
So okay, 2 hate crimes. Did you have to go? You could have just said they said you're the gay guy from the show and jumped on them.
Right.
Did you have to in this era, in this
Right.
climate, like she said? Is this really the right time? Aren't we a little too sensitive right
And
now?
this is the thing. Right now, with everything going on with Donald Trump, you choose to do that. So
Right.
now
that was
it
wrong
just
on
gives it just gives Donald
Fuel
Trump
to
air.
the fire.
Yeah.
It's fuel to the fire.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad when you can focus on somebody who goes out and makes false accusations against somebody, but then you got a whole crazy person who's been stockpiling guns and writing down names of people that he was gonna go and assassinate. And the Jussie Smollett story
the
gets
names.
the Jussie Smollett story just completely overshadows that. Really?
But you know what I wonder? I just wonder how long did it take him to come up with that? Like, was he stewing on this for weeks?
Which Jussie or
The Jussie Smollett?
Yeah, did you
No.
think about
From the
that?
way this shit was
Man.
executed, this was some last minute, 20
Right.
minutes. Hey man, you look here. I got
Because
an
you
idea.
would think him being an actor, you gotta remember your lines. So you have I would think your memory is pretty good. Like you know what I'm saying? So it takes time. And then you come up with this. Did you forget different? Did you forget your whole storyline of your attack?
You know what just happened just now?
cut.
Right. You know what just happened just now? You just made it so Jesse ain't never getting another acting job because this was the easiest role he ever had to play, and he fucking blew
You
it.
had to play yourself as a victim, and that was it. That's all you had to do was run in there and say, "I was assaulted."
I just wondered, did he scratch his own self
Yes,
in the face?
yeah,
Like,
he did.
hold on, wait, y'all, this don't look right.
He did. You know how I know he scratched his own face because the two guys that he paid $35 to beat
Beat
him
the
up,
dog shit out of him.
they already been talking to the police. And the part about him getting bleach poured on him and the face scratches, they was like, we didn't do that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I did not know that. See, I'm gonna tell you, I never even. I just scroll past it, like on the internet, or you actually just scroll on past it. So I really don't know the actual details of the story. I just know it just sounds like a load of bullshit to me.
Anybody take into account these were two Nigerian bodybuilders, and this guy, this 135-pound guy, walked away with a scratch. And that was all they did to you, and tie a noose around your neck?
I feel sorry for his siblings too. Like, I wouldn't even want to change your name. You're not my brother no more.
No, yeah.
You are no longer my brother.
Does he have siblings?
Yeah, Journey.
That's I didn't know that.
Who the fuck is
They all used to have a TV show when they were real young. It was like about
Journey.
6 of them. Yeah, Journey Smollett from what else did she play in?
Well, she was in the movie.
She was in the movie Temptation.
Big Baby Gonna
Yeah.
The Great Debaters.
Wait, that was that movie where old girl got what she had coming to her, wasn't it?
She left her husband for the guy she was messing with,
And
and
then
then got
dude
strung
gave
out.
her
And she
AIDS.
was
Yeah.
in. She,
Oh, that was
Yeah.
I remember that show. Oh, that's his sister?
yeah.
Oh, I know that movie.
See, I knew they had the same last name, but I didn't.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Brother
had the
and
same
sister.
last
And it's
name.
more of them.
It's like four
Oh,
or
is it?
5.
It's about 8 of them.
They all
6
act?
to 8.
Okay.
Do they all
I
act?
don't think they all act.
Not all of
But
them.
it's
I
a
think
lot
3
of
or
them,
4 of them do.
You
I
said it's
know.
only about 3 or 4 of them.
No.
Now you're saying 3 or 4 of them.
No, I mean, like, she said 6 or 8. I mean, like, it ain't all of them.
No, okay, I got you. All right, next hot topic. We can get off Jesse and his
We were
Yeah, playing
R.
it in.
Kelly?
fuck.
What about R. Kelly?
Back in
What
jail,
about
10 new counts. Fuck him.
Nobody thought R. Kelly was weird when he married Aaliyah. We still on R. Kelly? Why are they just now indicting
I
him?
just wanna understand, like, they couldn't get him
like
the
this
first
shit is
time,
new or something.
So they just coming back with some more stuff.
And these are based strictly solely on allegations. They have nothing, no proof, no nothing. It's just strictly 10 people came forward and said, yes, he assaulted me. And they said, okay.
I wonder if these gonna be civil suits, because I think I saw R. Kelly before too.
These are, this nigga. Yeah, fuck it. He raped me too. Let's go there. When I was fucking 16, he got me.
Like, that's
Can I
like the
get
whole
some
Michael
money?
Jackson thing.
Yeah,
It's money.
that's money. But people.
But not to say he did it, because I think he was doing some pretty.
You think?
I think Michael
He
Jackson.
married a 14-year-old girl. You think he did something? Is that really?
He thought she was. He thought she was 18.
You thought?
I don't really think Michael. This is my opinion, but I don't think Mike was really a molester.
Nah,
More so,
that was just money. Those
just
parents
weird.
were taking their kids there, leaving them, and coming back.
And who does that?
Like, come get your little
That's a
bastard.
setup. To me, that's a setup. Especially the second time. The second time, that was an obvious setup. Come on, man. And Mike, I mean, I know Mike probably had a good, I hope he had a good heart. I don't know.
I just want to know what Macaulay Culkin got to say about it, because that's, if anything happened, he'd be the one to tell
If
it.
Macaulay Culkin
I think
was
Macaulay
down on
would've
his
told
luck,
already.
ain't saying anything happened, said
Well,
I
Mike
just hung out
gone,
with
so
Mike.
who he
Right.
suing? You ain't got nobody
He can sue
now.
the,
He has an estate,
No,
so it's
he can
estate.
sue the estate, but if he's not, it's not even that. If he wanted to just come forward and say, yeah,
Yeah, but I
Mike,
think the
fuck
statute
me.
of limitations
He-
has ran out on that.
It doesn't matter how many of these cases
No, I
has the
think
statute of
when it's
limitations
rape
run
or
out
something
on.
like that, I don't
They've
know.
all run
well,
out.
no, it is statute of limitations.
It
It's
is.
statute of
It's 10
limitations
years,
on
but
it. It's a
once
statute of limitations on pretty much everything except for what, murder?
So what? 59 of those Bill Cosby cases, the statute of limitations that ran out, but they still came forward.
I
But there was
I
still
thought
some
that
that
was
didn't
bullshit.
meet that standard, though.
They railroaded him.
There was still some that
Two.
weren't didn't. Yeah, there was
Two.
2 that didn't run out. You could still prosecute off of that.
They only
But
prosecuted
the-
on one.
Yeah, but the
Because the other
ones,
one wasn't the case.
the other people that can still come forward and give a
Character
character representation of who he is, and
Fuck them.
I mean, another person who just.
I mean, but that was the same thing with Bill
What
Cosby.
the hell,
Why would you
man?
go with somebody? If you go with somebody's house at 2 o'clock in the morning, what y'all think y'all just gonna talk and kumbaya?
That's how they got Tyson.
Yeah. See, women say that they have a stipulation. They say, well, I have the right to change my mind at any time. You absolutely do. You absolutely have the right. But you have to understand there's an expectation. If you come to my hotel room or my house at 3 in the morning,
It's on.
you come with the expectation of fucking. If you're not coming with the expectation of fucking, please don't come.
But I'm sure there were conversations that have been had prior to.
I'm a cock slapper.
See, I think
Very simple.
what people aren't saying about the whole like what happened with Mike was I think really her parents set her out. Same thing with this R. Kelly situation. Is her parents? These people's parents are setting them out for a paycheck, man.
Anybody who watched that Surviving R. Kelly know that the parents are more involved than damn near R. Kelly. Damn near.
Well, I mean, you know,
This guy, it's just.
it's not like we didn't all see the people.
He should have just left the country a long time ago. When he stopped making, after he did Step in the Name of Love, you should have just collected your money and left the damn country.
The thing is, you got away with it. Like you was after that last court case about the, that should have been enough. That slap on the wrist should have been enough. You know what? I'm done.
I'm done.
I don't want to play no more.
I'm done. I'm good.
And the fact that you decided, it's the same catch me. I'm gonna do it again and again and
And
again.
one more again. Yeah. No, you should just.
We gotta clean
your
up
money.
these streets. This is starting to get out of hand. Man.
Should have took your money and left the damn country, like OJ should have took his money and left the country when he beat that murder.
But I'm
charge.
gonna tell you
Yeah, but
something.
OJ's
You
a
know, when
goofy.
people get money,
And they get arrogant.
yeah,
And
and
they
that's
feel like
all
I'm
it
above the law.
is. That's all it is. That's with OJ. To a certain degree, that's what he get.
OJ goofy, man.
OJ is like, fuck it, it cost me $1 million, but I beat that murder case. He had this simple
That was
lawful
money well
imprisonment
spent, but
case.
I'm saying he
tied these people
goofy.
up to steal his shit back. He was like, yeah, this shit only cost me about a couple $100,000.
But he don't have money like that no more. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
nah,
And
he still
they
got his
proved it to
picture,
him.
though.
And
They
they
can't
proved
touch
it.
that.
And they proved it because they took it. Even
they
that
ain't
fucking
falling.
book he wrote, they took that money.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I really cared if he got busted anyway.
Stick
This
with
is the
chocolate.
same goofy dude that went on TV
It's
and
chocolate
said,
that
I'm
Clarence
not
Thomas,
black,
Mike Tyson, and Tupac.
I'm OJ.
Stop talking. Clarence Thompson, Mike Tyson, Tupac, all chocolate, all got fucked. Buy chocolate, bro.
I'm gonna assume that this show is about sexual assault. That's what this show is turning into. It was supposed to be about
We getting there,
dating
nigga.
and relationships, but we just
We
going.
getting there, man. We roundabout, man. We just roundabout.
I'm not complaining because I really have this thing about sexual assault. I think people who commit sexual assault should be like drawn and quartered and have their testicles chopped off and use them shits as coin purses.
What about the ones who are proven innocent later on? You'd be like, oh,
I
sorry,
don't want
all
nothing
that?
bad to happen to somebody who didn't do shit.
Ooh, put him in a Ziploc bag like
Yeah,
here.
put them on ice and be like, we
I just
sorry.
I don't like that shit. People who touch kids, people who rape women, fuck
Well,
y'all.
nobody likes it.
Well, I'm saying like there should be like a special punishment other than just a lot of this shit. People go to
To
jail
me-
for like 2-3 years and they back out.
Yeah, like you get worse for a drug charge than you get for
Right,
molesting a child.
you get more time for selling a
than
crack
murder.
rock
Like-
than
like
you
this
do
Santoya
for
girl.
touching a kid.
She was
That ain't
trafficked.
right, man.
She was a member of sex trafficking.
Yeah.
But here's the problem with that case. She found a gun. And a lot of people overlook this when they review these cases. There was all that outrage, outcry of free Santoya, and I'm like, yeah, that's great. Here's the problem. One, she had the gun. The pimp was in the other fucking room. The guy she shot in the back of the head while he was asleep was a John. She was in no immediate danger. This man was asleep. Yes, true enough, she was only 16 years old, but she had the gun. The guy was asleep. She could have got up, left, kirked out. She did not need to shoot the man in the back of the head. He was asleep. Even if she had gone outside and the pimp woke up, she had the gun. Then if she had fired and shot the pimp, I'm like, well, yeah, he's a pimp. He trafficked, he did sex trafficking. Yeah, he deserved to die. Fuck him. Both of them deserved to die. Him and the John, the pimp and the John. But you didn't have. That's where all the hoopla and all that came from, was that this guy was asleep. There was no imminent danger.
Well, let me say this. Just like with the Jussie Smollett story.
Who the hell was Jussie Smiley?
Jussie Smollett.
Oh,
I
Yeah,
glazed
Jussie.
over that headline just like that one too.
I agree.
That was wild shit, though. I mean, that whole case is wild.
Which one?
The one you was talking about with the
Centoid
girl.
friend.
Oh man, that case is all kinds of crazy.
It was
I
just
just-
wild because, you know what I'm saying,
I just don't like that.
in one sentence you want to feel for this person, but at the same time she did shoot somebody who wasn't.
And that's what I don't like is that people
Correct.
read a headline and they're like, "Oh, we want justice for her." Whoa, wait a minute. She shot a sleeping man in the back of the head. She could have crept out. She didn't even have to creep out. Really, when you got the gun, you got the power. She could have shot a couple times in the air. It's like, I'm
I
leaving.
could have seen her shooting a pimp, but she didn't have to shoot the giant.
You didn't have to shoot anybody. You got the gun. You can just walk out and threaten to shoot.
But you know what? If she's been going through trauma all this time, you don't know her mind state. So, for all that he put her through, she could be thinking, you're not gonna put another person through this.
But that was the job. She didn't shoot the pimp. She could have shot the pimp if that was the case.
Oh.
She didn't shoot the pimp. She shot the John. That's what people don't realize, and they don't read or they don't look into it. They just read a headline and be like, "Oh, that's fucked up." 16-year-old girl shot a guy and she was a victim of sex trafficking. Well, yeah, she was, but in that instance, that's why she was sentenced. She shot a defenseless sleeping man. Yeah, he's a pervert, pedophile, and all that, but he was defenseless and sleeping. He posed no threat to her.
Why didn't she just leave?
Exactly. Why did you shoot him?
That's the part.
You
I don't
just
get.
wanted
Why
to
didn't
shoot
she just leave?
Somebody? Or
That's what I don't get. Is
why
like,
didn't you shoot
could just
the
bounce.
motherfucker who's been trafficking you?
Again, she was traumatized. So, I agree with what you're saying, but we don't know her mindset at the time.
Well, there's always more to all the stories anyway. So.
There's always more. That's why I want people to
Yeah, there's always
read
more.
into it before you get this outcry and let's sign this petition and let's do this. Nah, well, you may not always want a motherfucker like out on the streets. Some people don't need to be out here.
No, they don't. Like pedophiles.
He brought it back.
No, I don't like them motherfuckers, man. That shit is crazy. Like all these adults out here, and you over here trying to touch kids. You're sick.
Yeah.
And I don't think any amount of therapy is gonna fix that. Maybe, I don't know. But
All right.
fuck them.
Let's move to the happier topic. Anything else going on in current events I want to talk about? Is she is really under the weather. She is not feeling well.
Fine.
You know, if you fall asleep, we're gonna draw a mustache.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna-
All on
You gotta
camera.
worry about it.
Ew.
I'm gonna draw like a curly, like old timey, like Circus Carney mustache,
You not have to worry about. Thank you.
and then we're gonna glue.
So, the
a
same
whole
day
kazoo to your
they
lips.
indicted Jussie and Kelly turned himself, and there was a white guy. They
Robert
arrested him.
Kraft. That was
What did
Robert
he
Kraft.
do?
He got caught with a prostitute.
Yeah, but he's rich.
That man is not rich, wealthy. Rich is different from wealthy.
I don't think that makes it okay. Well, basically, what
No,
I'm saying
I'm not
is,
saying
it's
that.
like when you got money to burn, I just assume most rich dudes
Oh,
like
he just got
that.
caught with a prostitute.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's
He's
it.
buying prostitutes.
Yeah.
They keep you
Oh, no,
mad.
they said he was trafficking or something, too.
No.
No. I don't think he was trafficking
paying for
women. No,
pussy.
That's it.
that's a whole nother animal.
It's still illegal.
Right? It's still like,
it's still illegal, but
like,
that's only.
but it's like I
bought some
don't.
pussy.
So,
From
that's
a
it.
moral perspective, I don't look. Well, he's married, but that's
No,
wrong.
His wife died. They said his wife passed away. The woman,
Oh, his wife is passed.
the
Oh, okay.
woman that's
See,
with him is just somebody that beat him.
okay, I'm saying like from a moral perspective, it's like I don't look at that the same as like all this other shit because it's like okay, she's willing to sell that and he's buying.
I just don't see
Who
what
gets
the
hurt
deal
here?
was if
Who's being hurt?
It's a victimless crime, basically.
Now she was like some type of trafficked woman, like she was a slave. Then that's
Sex slave
different.
or
or maybe
underage.
she was, but because in the headline it said trafficking.
I don't know. We have to look into that.
I had to look at that.
We all
As
have
far as I
Google.
know, he just bought a prostitute.
We all have Google.
As far as I
We
know,
can
he
look it
just
up.
bought a prostitute and got caught with a prostitute, and that was it. But the man is a billionaire,
He
and
owns a team.
he owns the New
He owns the
England
Patriots.
the 5-time champion.
6 times.
Six times?
Six.
They just won 6.
Damn. 6-time champion. New England Patriots. He's the owner of them, and he's a lonely old wealthy man. He's like,
Well, I'm saying that
I just want
to
some pussy. Yeah, so he bought a chick. So he
I don't
bought-
look at that the same as all the other stuff. I mean,
Nah.
she was selling, he was buying. They just got caught.
Selling a bit, I'm buying a bit.
I look at this the same as
Take
like somebody
It's a
got
goods and
busted
services
smoking
thing.
weed or something.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man, really? Like, yeah, we're gonna. But I mean, after that, I'm like, hey, man, you want to go get a beer or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and dog this man out for. Trying to get, he's old, man. He's old and rich, man.
it's
What the
legal
hell
in
else is
Nevada.
he gonna do with his money?
Had he done that in Nevada, there would have been no crime, no headlines, no nothing. It's just he did it in Massachusetts.
Yeah, he did.
So there you
And
go.
now, I doubt very much anything will come of that.
It
He'll probably
should.
pay a fine.
It shouldn't even have been a headline, really.
Well, it's because he's famous.
He's a wealthy, prominent man.
Had it happened-
It's gonna make
Had it
headlines.
happened to like me or Jay, they just would have beat our ass.
Yeah,
They kicked us out the cop car because they didn't want to do the paperwork. You're like, they just would have left us down by the river. I don't even live
Yeah,
over
yeah.
here. So,
Get home.
so find yourself a way home. But you took my wallet. Shut up. This is mine now. And just rolled off.
We're gonna switch
You
gears.
goofy.
Switching gears, man. Anybody that knows me knows that I do this thing on Facebook where I put conversations with a coworker. It's one of my favorite topics, one of my favorite discussions. I just happen to have two of my coworkers from McDonald's here with me today.
Also, you guys work together.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
We work together at McDonald's. She's on fries, she's on lettuce. I'm
She's
on
on
register.
lettuce.
I'm working my way up.
You
to
work.
$30.
You got.
Well, I gotta be on lettuce.
They got one
What
person
do
for
you got?
lettuce. They got one person for lettuce at McDonald's.
I'm
No
new.
reason they don't want to
You're
pay y'all
tipping
minimum
McDonald's.
wage.
That'd be
You're a tip. You still on lettuce. You washing lettuce.
That's why they don't want to pay y'all minimum wage. I got one person for lettuce. That's overkill.
It's lettuce.
Yeah, but I mean, how long does it
One
take?
job.
You gotta chop lettuce all day long and get that ready for every single.
Dude, how many sandwiches at McDonald's have lettuce?
Over 1 billion served, nigga.
How many sandwiches at McDonald's come with lettuce on it?
Are you asking me a genuine fucking question about
I'm just saying,
McDonald's? Are you
you don't need
serious?
one
I
whole
think
person
two.
for lettuce. You don't need a whole person for that.
It's the Big Mac. And
I mean, whoever comes in and does prep, he cuts the
Again,
lettuce.
nigga, go on left. Focus. I don't nobody know shit about McDonald's. We just go.
Well, we all know you don't really fucking work
Burger
there.
King make you feel better?
No, we all know that you
Okay,
don't fucking
she's not on
work there.
lettuce.
What about Shigs and Pig?
Thank you. I don't know shit about them either.
Do they
We'll go
need
with
a
that.
lettuce person there?
This nigga. Good
It's all in
point.
the details.
Right.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
You get it
as,
right. So
as
you
I
get it
was
wrong.
saying, one of our favorite topics, conversations with the coworker. I happen to have two coworkers here. We recently had a discussion. We were talking about body counts, catching the body, partners, sexual partners, things of that nature. Now, myself and Aaron here have a bit of a disagreement. Aaron, would you like to catch him up to speed, or?
I'll let you.
Thanks. Aaron disagrees. Aaron says it's Aaron's belief that if she did not climax, or if his wee-wee was small, then the sex did not count, it does not occur, and she does not have to claim that body.
Wait. What?
It's Aaron's belief. If she said,
I understood what you said.
okay,
But I'm trying to wrap. Are you saying that?
we're gonna get to all that, man. Just hang in there. Just focus.
I'm trying to understand it. Are you saying that if you didn't have a orgasm, then it doesn't count that you actually had sex with this person?
Yeah, it's just
Exactly.
it never happened.
She said it never happened. She doesn't have to claim that body.
All right,
So
please,
therefore-
please elaborate on
Now,
this
you know,
mystical
this is the
shit
thing.
right here.
My friend told me that, and this was years ago. My friend said that, and I was like, "You right."
No.
Cause just like his boyfriends and girlfriends, you don't want to claim. Same thing.
You claim a boyfriend or girlfriend. You
How do you have a boyfriend you don't
You
claim?
know what I'm saying? Somebody you talk to, I want to say a boyfriend, but you don't. You know, you see people, you just walk past them like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but I wouldn't
what I
be
mean?
like, I wouldn't say I
Never
had
walk
sex
past
with
an ex
them and
and be
then be
like-
like, nah, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
It was
I
like,
know.
would you go be like Ghost Man?
Some people do.
Call
Some
Ghost
people
Man
do.
on
I walk past you like you never existed.
word?
Don't you
Like the next day?
Not the next day, maybe.
Like maybe like a week later?
Yeah.
'Cause he's definitely not getting it again
No.
if he didn't do the job right the first time. That I understand.
Bullshit.
But
So
to
you gonna
completely
get
like
one
act like
shot?
you didn't do it is like absurd.
You have one I mean,
One
why
shot,
keep
that's
going
One
back?
job.
It might have been an off night. He might have
Yeah.
had a bad night. He might have just had a lot of stress on his mind. I'm trying to give some sort of rationale to this. Because every guy has had this off night. It was just like, ah, shit, I did not perform that night.
Not.
I need one more shot just to prove I'm the man.
I mean, sometimes I'm just tired,
Yeah.
sleepy.
So,
I just feel like, why did you waste my time?
like,
I mean,
he
how did
meant
he
for
know
that shit
that?
to happen.
I mean, what if every woman he's dealt with up until you faked it? You wouldn't have known he was trash. But that doesn't mean you should like
the thing
completely.
is, sometimes it's so horrible you can't even fake it. Like, how do you fake 5 minutes? Like,
Obviously, but I'm not of the mind that sex has to take a certain amount of time either.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like,
Oh, you got 8
if
minutes.
it feels good, it feels good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even saying that you have to have an orgasm for it to count, but I'm just saying, like, if it's just horrible, it's just horrible.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I would say if you like, I mean, if you was giving grades and he gets an F, that's one thing.
You
But
grade him as an F, but you still count him
yeah, he still counts.
as a victim.
He's
still,
a person.
He still got it. You just say,
He's a
yeah.
human. Would you want somebody to
That's what
fade
they
you like
Why
that?
don't you just give him that
If I
stipulation
don't
that he
know,
was
if
terrible?
if I don't know, I can't be mad about it.
This mother.
Yeah, you can. It's like if we're like, hey, Aaron, you know, you see running to you at the bar. Hey, Aaron, how you doing? You never called me back, and you just gonna be like,
You know why. You know why I didn't call.
That's fine. Okay, I'll call you. I ain't gonna call though.
I wouldn't even lie about that though. I would just tell him straight up, like, listen,
If it may,
you can be nice. You can be nice and just tell him straight up, you know, you're just not for me, and let's just leave it at that. Now, if he wants to keep harping on it,
you know, most
Then-
people can't really take you saying
Criticism.
things like that. Yeah,
that's because they're sad people.
Men are more emotional a lot of times than women.
Not a horse shit.
Shit.
You try to tell a woman she's bad in bed. There's not a woman on God's green earth who doesn't think they have the best snatch and the best head on earth. If you tell her she's bad in bed or her head is terrible, man, watch her spin around like the Exorcist. She will lose her shit.
That's because nobody's ever.
Nobody's
said
ever
it to
told you
before.
you suck in bed, probably, unless it was like the first guy you ever slept
I
with.
mean, I'm sure there's
Okay,
somebody
nobody's
out
told
there
me
that
that,
thinks
but-
Exactly.
I mean,
Which means
Nobody
you
ever
think
told me.
I shit golden eggs out of this fucking.
I don't think so. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't think I'm the prettiest girl ever, but I'll pass. I don't think I have the best coochie ever, because there's a whole lot of them out here, but I'll pass.
Okay.
I'll make it through.
You'll make the cut? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
And you say you can cut. Okay. So, what constitutes, because we completely disagree on this, and I'm glad. What constitutes this man being basically written off as just a non-factor? He does not exist and that incident never happened. Is it just he does small or it was
Listen, I'ma
bad
tell
or
you
he only
something.
lasted a minute?
You know, you can have sex with somebody who does not have a big old, you know what I'm saying, and it's still good sex because,
You know what he's doing.
yeah, and they're meeting your needs, yeah. But when it's just all around horrible,
Maybe you should just like focus on like loving the person before you beat it up.
and it's still not gonna change the fact that it wasn't good.
Yeah, but I think it'll improve it.
How the fuck do you know if you love somebody before you? What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, you know, if you got feeling for somebody, you know, if you feeling somebody's personality, if you want to deal with them long term, like beyond tonight, you know.
Listen, let me tell you something. We're all consenting adults. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm not knocking
So
nobody that
you
does.
can-
I'm just
you can
saying,
have,
it's always better
yeah,
with somebody
like you said, you
give
can
a
feel
damn
somebody
about.
and like them and just, you know, like you talking and it happens. You know what I'm saying? But if it's horrible, it's still horrible.
So has that
True.
ever happened? Have you ever had somebody really vibing with this person, but the sex was awful?
I mean, yeah.
She's like, yeah.
I mean, but if
So what do
I
you-
really feel like that, if I'm really that's not the end. I wouldn't say it wasn't horrible, but I wouldn't say if I really feel you like that, I would still deal with you because it's more to you than just sex.
Okay.
Now,
You gotta get a side dude on.
no, I ain't that kind of person because anything come down, anything come back. I always need to go. You know what? I always know who to go back to. So when you got
That's
two
real.
different people hopping in and out your bed, that's a recipe for disaster.
Let's say you don't like wearing condoms. Let's just say, I need that's what you sound
Listen,
like.
I mean, you know, after a while you don't need them no more. I mean, I probably shouldn't say that because especially with today's all these things going around, you should always. But
I mean, get you good.
two.
Okay, cool. All right. Teddy, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts, I mean, I said this before. If it was penetration, it counts. As much as you would like to, you know what I'm saying, not remember or just be like, okay, that never happened, sorry it happened.
Get that Men in Black memory thing.
Yeah.
Where did I go just now?
Nothing happened. We were enjoying a
You
nice
didn't
meal
have
and a
sex.
conversation. No sex occurred.
It's in.
She said once it is, this counts.
Yeah.
So there's no right
Wait a minute,
now.
if you had the minute black thing, thank you for delivering my pizza. All right. Not even, we were having a nice conversation and talking. No. Thank you for the pizza. Bye.
I'm a Men in
Now
Black.
you gotta try to figure out why his dick smells funny. I just
Take a
delivered
Gotta take
Oh,
showers with
really?
soap. Use soap in the shower.
We stand you.
Yeah, you do. You enjoy these conversations. Oh man. So all right. Well, I guess we not swaying you in the least bit on changing your belief on that.
I mean,
Yeah, you know what? Believe what you want to believe.
right. I mean, of course I'm going to do that.
It's there, it happened. That's what it was. There you go.
Like, at the end of the day, I mean, I get what you're saying. And to a certain degree, I mean, yeah, it happened. You can't just not count it, but I just don't. I'm not going to acknowledge it. If it was good, I'm just not going to acknowledge it. I'm not going to
You mean,
acknowledge it.
okay, I understand not dwelling on it. Like
Just like the okay at work. Every time you come by, you be like, Aaron.
nigga.
No, who?
We don't care. This is recorded. People that watch this that work with us at McDonald's is gonna see this.
I'm loving it.
They're gonna see this and gonna be like, oh, who is she talking
is that?
about? Nigga.
Wow.
I just want to put out this quick little disclaimer. Shaking guys in no way, shape, or form discourage or encourage this type of behavior. Nor do we acknowledge who her sexual partner was that was bad. I'm sorry.
So you damn.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm you work with this person.
Yes.
Oh, you can't sue me for that anyway. Go ahead. You can't sue me for that.
So he was terrible, and you got to see him every day.
Every single.
This is why I don't have sex with people I work with. This is why. Because of that. Right there.
It's just like,
Hey.
After the first incident, how do you, when you get that awkward, that walk of shame back to work and you guys are coming in and it's like, this motherfucker. Do you kind of just totally don't acknowledge each other and walk past, or do you just,
no, we speak.
I'm talking about right after, like, if this happened on Saturday and then Monday you go back to work and it's like, this motherfucker. If he tries to say, don't say shit.
Does dude know he trash?
I was like, hi.
Does he know he trash? Does he know?
I mean, in so many words, yeah.
How do you think he knows?
How does he know? How
Because
how do you
I
know?
told him it was not good.
Oh, you told him straight up.
Yeah, I was like, I know you come twice and I didn't.
In 5 minutes?
It was like 2 5-minute intervals.
I said it's like 5 minutes, boom. It was like, give me a sandwich and a Gatorade. I'm going to get you. And then like 5 more minutes and boom goes the
I
dynamite.
think he said, I might just need to recharge. You just
Hey, man, he don't get there for 10 whole
He
minutes.
was like, I'm going to make it up to you. And I was like,
Ah, this dude.
I
I feel bad for this guy.
5 minutes each.
I mean, I didn't time it, but it wasn't nothing to
Nothing.
count.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Didn't count the pumps. Didn't count the minutes. Just,
This is how you know.
wow. Okay.
Were you able to watch an entire YouTube video?
An episode of Seinfeld is 22 minutes. Did you watch an episode of Seinfeld?
That's what I was saying
I was
before. I don't think it
saying
matters
how we
about
made it past commercial.
time.
First commercial or the second commercial?
No, the time of a commercial.
Hey.
A commercial break.
2 and 2.
So we made it past that. So he had more than 3.5 minutes.
commercials only 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
No, I do that. I skip commercials every day at work. It's 3.5.
This poor guy, man.
Damn. All right, well.
You know, they got like a whole cream where you can like numb yourself. You last longer. Not saying you should. It does exist.
You even left again.
How did I go left? We're talking. What are we talking about right now?
Everybody gave you that blank stare.
Well, I'm hoping this helps somebody. I
I'm
mean,
hoping this motherfucker don't see this.
well, how is he not gonna see
You're
it?
gonna come up and be like, hey, who was she talking about?
That's between them, man. Ain't nobody gonna see. Listen, if he knows what's good for him, he's not gonna say anything because then everybody will know he's trash.
But how would he know we talking about him?
You might be talking about somebody else who's trash that she has sex with that y'all work with.
At McDonald's.
I don't move like that at work, okay?
I wasn't insinuating. I was just saying.
I was just, they'll be giving disclaimers all night. This is my little disclaimer.
I gave one.
You gave about 2 or 3.
I gave one. Anyway, the point is, so how do you communicate that the guy is trash? How does that work for a woman? If the sex is bad, how do you communicate? Do you write him a note, a text, you suck? Do you just write,
normally you just don't say anything. You just know that you're not going to do it again.
just get dressed
But
to leave?
that particular time, I was just like...
Get him a Halloween card that just says boo.
Just write extra O's in it. And then
I just send him a picture of a Glad bag.
That was just the uneventful night.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was a bad day
It
for him. It might have just been a bad day though.
He could have been fresh out of prison.
I'm trying to be positive.
He could have been saving that up.
That's right. It could have been a bad day. It very well could have been. You know what? He could be the bomb. I just will never know.
No, I think you know by now. Even if you like, I mean, yeah, if y'all don't.
You just said it could have been a bad day.
It could have been a bad day,
Really could have
but
been
the way
like
you're
just a
painting this
bad
picture,
day.
I don't
Right.
think. I just don't think you guys were compatible. That's what I'm gonna
it.
say. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with you guys weren't compatible. And that,
Whatever.
Okay, how do you relay the message? Because we already established she just write a card that says you suck.
Just don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing.
a card that says improve.
Don't say nothing. Just know that that's something, I would never go back to.
Thanks for wasting my time, nigga. Walk out the door.
Don't say nothing. Shake my head. Shame. Damn shame.
Wow. Right. Well, getting a lot of good information here. That subject. We're gonna move off of that unless anybody else got anything else they want to add to that one.
Nope.
All right, we'll move on
You
to
said what you want to say. You got that off your chest.
You got all that off your chest? You feel?
I think you should.
You let everybody know now. You
Cleansed.
good.
So Jay, when you see,
Let everybody at McDonald's.
so when
know.
you see Mark on fries,
Mark on fries.
Mark on fries, that's what he's going. His designation from here on out. He's Mark on fries.
You played yourself. In my
Played
Cali
yourself,
voice.
Mark.
In my Cali voice. You played yourself. Congratulations.
You ain't even curl my girl toes at all. You just went in there and blew it for the team. You suck. That's fine though. We're not all winners. We've all had our bad nights. I've had my bad
Everybody has a
night.
bad night.
I've had more than one bad night. You know, there's times you just your mind is somewhere else.
And I'm not completely disagreeing. He really probably could have had a bad night. All I'm saying is,
We're just
I'll never know if it was a bad night or it was a bad life.
Fair enough.
You had a bad life.
Fair
That's
enough.
fine. Now let's say this, because I got a quick scenario and I want to ask this.
I don't
Let's
like
say,
scenarios.
shut up. Just go with, stay with me. Come on. Now let's say you got a friend who doesn't know about you and Mark on fries. Let's say his friend comes up, talks to you, and says she wants to date Mark on fries. What do you say to her?
It depends on what kind of friend she
You can't
is.
tell her. You can't tell her that.
If it's Latanya, I'm like, girl, you might not even want to do that.
Yeah, but you
But
can't. You
if
can't
it's
do
somebody
that,
else,
though.
I'm like, oh, for
I don't think that's fair.
real? Okay.
I mean, because what you might consider trash might be somebody else's goal.
I didn't tell her she can't do it. I said don't do it. So if
Yeah, but even putting that in her mind,
wants
though,
to,
I don't think you should even put that in her mind.
if that's my friend, that's pertinent information. She needs to know.
Well, if that's your friend, wouldn't she already know that?
Not necessarily. Because like she said, she says that in her mind, it never happened. So there's a chance she might have wrote that shit off.
So if it
and
never
completely forget
happened,
about
if it never happened, what's the point of telling somebody else?
Still gotta look out for your
So
friend.
she don't never have I don't want her to have a never happen situation either.
It might not go like that for her.
Right. She still has the
And
option.
then if she goes into that thinking, oh man, I know you're gonna be trash, that's gonna put it in her mind.
If she
it's
goes into it thinking like that, she shouldn't do it at all. She should.
That's why you shouldn't say anything.
Can't. If I know I want to do something, it don't matter what you say. I'm gonna do it.
Exactly.
But then at the same time, if you was with him and that's your friend, is your friend gonna be with him still, even though knowing he was with him?
I mean, she can if she wants to. I don't care about him.
Just to say.
Well, obviously you don't care about him. You sit here talking.
I mean, I don't either, but it depends on what the situation was. If y'all are just talking, it was really nothing, that's one thing. Or, you know, if y'all had sex and it was still nothing, that's one thing. But if you were talking like y'all was in something heavy, it was serious, no, who would do that? I mean, I guess there are people that would.
Shit, I was gonna say.
But I mean, that's dog, it's mad crazy.
Right.
I would never do nothing like that. So I'm gonna tell her if she still wanna talk to him, she can.
But you're in for a disappointment.
However,
No, I mean, he might have had a bad life.
A bad night.
I mean, bad night.
Bad night. So it's just determined. She's destroying Mark on Pride, man. She is destroying.
poor Mark.
Poor Mark. Okay, we're gonna have a moment of silence for
Wait a minute,
Mark.
hold on, wait. Y'all said poor Mark.
Poor
not
Mark
poor
on
Eric.
Pride. No. Aaron didn't have a bad night. How did he? Well, if you did
There's
have
no
a bad
anxiety.
night, nobody's going to
Well,
tell
there's
you.
very little anxiety on women
Women-
to perform.
Women don't have pressure.
I mean,
on
as
them.
long as, you know,
All you gotta do is show up and make sure it don't stink. And some people don't even do that. They just show up. All you gotta do is show up and make sure that shit don't stink. Talk to me,
sounds
Kurt.
really
You
personal.
got to. That's it. That's all you have to
Sounds
do.
extremely
All
Say
the,
me curves.
yeah, somehow like
Wait,
a wizard
what?
sleeve. All you gotta do is make sure that you show up. Really, the men, all the pressure is on the men to perform. That's pressure, especially if you want to impress and you want a repeat engagement. That's on
So you're
us.
saying you don't mind doing all the work?
We have to do all the work. 9 times.
you have to do all
Not all the work, obviously. I'm not saying all the work. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying
They
the
don't do all the
pressure
work,
really
but
is.
they do gotta put in some work.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. You
thank you
gotta
for
show
being
up.
honest.
I'm but the same work they put in, I don't mind putting in either. I put in work.
Okay, you ain't bending legs up and trying to arch and trying. You ain't doing that. All y'all can do, really, the only thing y'all.
I like trying to
You
focus.
sure can't knock her back out.
Exactly. The only thing you got to do really is get on top, and then some of them bros lazy. They get on top for maybe 11 seconds, and it's like, ooh, I'm tired, and then hop down. Really, all you got to do is be able to hold yourself up and get railroaded.
Well, I mean, there's an art to throwing it back.
I don't think it's that simple, but okay, whatever. I don't think it's that simple. Like,
Oh fuck! How does it not?
I'm saying it's not as
Get in the
simple
pole
as.
position and just.
Well, I'm saying it's not as simple as just get. You said railroaded, like that's all there is.
I mean, you gotta do it.
Like, what are you doing? It's a lot of intensity, man. How about a little tenderness? Golly. What the?
Don't read
Wow.
too much into it. You're reading too
Well,
much into
something
it.
with that though, that depends on the mood too. Because sometimes,
Sometimes you want that, but not all the
that off
time.
and just not all the time. No, sometimes you just want to get that off. Just get this
Right,
off.
hey man, hurry up.
This shit going left. The point I'm trying to make is that 97% of the effort is on the man. That's what I'm getting.
No, I'm not gonna give you 97%. I give you a
What's a
good
fair
75?
65, 70.
Suck it,
75.
What are you doing? What are you doing besides riding dick? What are you doing? Especially on the first or second encounter, what really tricks are y'all pulling out the bag?
I mean, we
Sucking
do
the
stuff.
dick.
We do stuff.
And now that y'all don't even go all the way hard wild because you be like, I don't want this nigga to know I'm nasty. You don't want to know you eat ass on the first date.
Well, I think that depends on the dude.
Who the fuck
Some
gonna-
people
who the
talk
hell
too
eat
much.
ass like that? That's just nasty.
I don't go around telling people everybody
I
I
think
slept with
everything
either.
ain't for everybody. It takes time to
Exactly.
build up certain things.
Which is why I'm
Are
saying
you
for
trying to
the.
tell me something?
No,
She just
Wait,
asked you
man,
for
everything ain't for everybody. No, I've never ate ass.
She's not a good friend.
No.
She's not a good friend. She threw me under the bus. She just asked you if you ate ass on
What
camera.
she said was, she said you gotta build up to that. I'm thinking to myself, like,
Not
how do you
that
build
per
up to
se.
eating ass?
No, I didn't
Oh,
mean
okay.
that.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Okay.
I'm sorry, eating ass. I'm
Okay.
saying that.
Okay. Thanks for
per se.
clarification.
Sorry, Chef. We're going down to the balls. Look at this.
Excuse me.
So you like people to eat your ass?
Not really. It's not my thing.
What?
Not really.
You
my
looking at,
thing.
what are you looking at me? No.
Just feels like a soggy ass.
I'm
but
not, no, it doesn't.
Doesn't
no.
do anything for me.
I'm pretty traditional.
Concentrate on the balls.
I'm pretty traditional.
That's more. Concentrate on the balls.
Oh, well, boring or not boring, I'm not into all that extra. I don't care.
That's that funny stuff.
What's funny stuff?
What's funny stuff? What do you consider funny? Queer?
Like, I always know, why, as a man, you want somebody fooling with your ass? I don't understand that.
First of all, I said it's not really my thing. I just want to clarify that.
I'm not saying
Second,
you, but I'm
I
just saying
understand.
as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't, if
A
you don't
chick
feel
licking
good-
your ass?
For different folks.
Is
man.
gay.
different
Like, you
people.
know,
You
like
would
I'm
say
talking
that
to
is
somebody and
gay?
they
Look,
I
but
just
we in a new age
asked
and
that.
time where basically, you know, anything goes as long as it's consenting adults. And if that's what they like, that's what they like. It don't bother me. If you like it, hey, for you, kudos.
Right,
Have
I mean,
at it.
I'm not gonna sit here and
Like,
judge what
like
a
somebody
man and a
said,
woman
you
do
know
in
what
the
I mean? Like,
privacy
put a
of their
finger
home.
in
I
it.
don't care.
If you could put a finger in, somebody put a finger in your ass, that's questionable.
You saying somebody eating a woman eating a man's ass is kind of suspect? Is that what you're really saying?
Yes. But you know what though? I really
But
don't like
you
I'm
had
not
to
wrong
ask
with
it,
experimenting,
though.
though. I mean, if you're experimenting with your
You
girl
really-
or
that's-
whatever, or your boy,
It's
your
just
dude,
the act of providing pleasure. That's it. You realize that, right? It's strictly
You
the
know
act
what?
of pleasing your partner.
I
That's
guess
it.
for me, ass is just, it just ain't my thing. I don't like the whole
There you
ass
have
thing.
it. Everything ain't for everybody.
booty hole ain't
Well,
where you
man-
like to play.
So if a man sticks his finger in your ass,
You know, it just depends on what's going
you
on.
fucking hypocrite. You contradict everything. You get on my fucking nerves.
Wait a minute, it depends on what's
I agree with
going
Tanya.
on.
Everything ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
And some things you just work up to. Obviously, on your first day, you ain't just gonna walk up and be like, hey, let me lick your ass. No, not for anybody. You punch somebody in the forehead, you'd be like, you're going too far, bitch. You back up here. You don't even know if I like that. You ain't even ask. Ask me, bitch.
And I don't know about like booty hole stuff. That's, it's just not, it ain't my thing. I'm talking about as far as like, when dealing with a woman, like you're gonna have to ask me, and if you never bring it up, then neither will I.
I ain't mad.
Like, I'm not even into blasting chicks in the ass. It's just not my thing. I feel like it's a lot of effort, a lot of work. And it's like, you
It's not
got
my thing.
just
man.
3 centimeters south, you got, or north, whichever position she's in.
Wow.
It's really good pussy right there. So I don't really see it. I don't really see the point. I was like,
I don't
some chicks,
understand it either.
you dig it though. You like a finger in your snatch.
I mean, I don't like
in your
it,
shit.
but I mean, if it happens in the midst of going zone,
Slides a finger in the other shitter, she's okay. All right, well, all right. So
Clearly, this is a person who actually has done his job in the other area first.
Mark,
Right.
You gotta be more on fries and
It doesn't get that kind of leeway. You
Mark on
know?
fries doesn't get the slide.
He doesn't get that kind of understanding. You know, he just doesn't.
Mark don't get no understanding at this point.
Mark gets no love.
Mark is fucked. Sorry, Mark. On fries.
I'm not, because Mark is imaginary. He's fictitious. He has no feeling.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. Mark does not exist.
Mark
on
does
fries.
this, bro.
See what I'm saying? So now y'all agree with me.
No.
No. For every minute out there
Okay,
now.
I tried it. Okay.
You did try.
Because what's good for
It was
some
good
girls,
effort, though.
like some girls are like, you know, some
I'm
girls
just trying
are,
not to get sued.
you know, like as far as size goes, some girls like different sizes, some girls like different actions. You know, maybe doggy isn't for them, or like some even don't like missionary. You know, whatever. I mean, different strokes for different folks. But as far as him just being flat out trash, that's personal preference. There might be somebody out there that thinks Mark on fries is
Rocking her
the
world.
bee's knees. You
You right,
never
Jay.
know.
Just like he probably has a lot of people who fake it.
Damn.
Don't drag me into your You throw everybody under the bus. You are a notorious bus thrower. You said it. You dragged me into your bullshit. You threw her under the bus. Said she like eat ass on camera. Jesus Christ.
You
You are
repeated
the
it.
worst.
You
Yes,
see what I'm
I did.
saying?
I did. I ain't
He's
shit
an
either.
instigator.
I really am. But that's different. I'm not a bus thrower under.
A bus thrower under.
But you be right there as I'm throwing them, you be over there like, you okay?
Dance puppets. Like, I'm not gonna. I mean, you already
Shoot,
threw her.
you under
I
the
just
bus.
laughed. I just want to know, make sure everybody's aware. Okay, we're gonna move to one more topic, then we're gonna call it a night because it's very late here. We want to talk about dating and relationships in your late 30s and 40s. Dating, how hard it gets the older you get. The older you get, your taste change.
I'm sorry. I'm only laughing not because I'm not taking you seriously. It's just dating at this age is a freaking joke. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
It really
I
kind
did
of
not-
is.
It's hilarious.
Go.
No, it's hilarious. I mean, dating at this age is just, why try?
I think that times have changed and
Bitter
people
party
have
too.
changed.
Yeah.
And I think that's all it is.
Well, why?
There's
That too,
there's
but,
not
you know,
traditional
sometimes-
dating anymore.
But sometimes, you know, it's like confusion. Unnecessary confusion, I'll say. I.e., meet somebody. Okay, yeah. Example.
Mark on fries?
No, not Mark on.
Not Mark on. We're done with Mark.
Yeah, we're done with
Mark had his
No.
chance and
Mark,
he blew
Okay,
it.
so-
Mark coming back.
There was a guy who was basically pressuring, I ain't gonna say pressure, but just pursuing me, you know, give him a
Heavy.
chance. Yeah, heavy, was pursuing me heavy and everything, give him a chance. So I finally dated him a little bit. We went on a few dates, everything, vibe well, great. And then all of a sudden, was like, I'm scared of you. You're too much.
What does that even mean?
Exactly.
There's got to be some clarification with that.
Give me a try. And you'll never met anybody like me. You know, all this and that. And then all of a sudden just skirt. I'm scared of you. You're too much.
Did he offer anything else with that?
Let's see. Later, I think I got the, you know, he wasn't really looking, but he liked me. And it's just that okay, when we met, I told him, you know, I'm not looking to be in a relationship, but I don't mind, you know, getting to know somebody and just kind of see where things go. If it happens, it happens. I'm not, you know, I'm going to turn it down or anything, you know, just see what happens. And I guess, you know, he kind of was like, when he met me, I was like, here I came with all these, you know, wanting commitment and all that. And I'm like, no, I didn't ask for any type of commitment. I mean, we were, you know, still getting to know each other and everything. So that's basically all I got. And plus, it was some other stuff he had going on that I care not to divulge, but yeah.
It's Mark on fries, wasn't it?
Nah.
We done with
Hell,
Mark.
we can give him, he could be Larry on lettuce, motherfucker. We got Mark on fries,
And
might as
then,
well
you
Larry on
know,
lettuce.
let's
Y'all
see,
need
so
to
you
stop
got the
fucking people at
confused, I want
McDonald's.
you, but then I don't want you. What else? Oh my God, it's just like so much bullshit. It just gets on my damn
This is the
nerves.
thing, you know, when you meet people, they have the representative, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is sometimes people get so confused that they believe that their representative is who they are. And you like, but you know I see you right now, right?
Okay.
You know, I mean, for real,
I
like,
understand that.
and it sometimes it becomes a problem. Like, you know, you do want to be a pleasant person, and you don't want to just lay it out there when you meet a person.
Okay.
But when you still acting on down the line, like, it's unnecessary. You know, tell the truth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody really wants to be truthful these days, from what I'm understanding.
That's what I don't get. I think that's where the problem lies in my.
Because then I had I'm sorry, not cutting you
Go
off,
ahead,
but
go
like,
ahead.
I like you and I see something with you, but I just don't have the time. That's bullshit because you make time for what? No, that's bullshit. I'm sorry, and I disagree. That's bullshit.
Some people
because
don't
you
have the
make
time,
No.
You make time for what's important to you.
Exactly. For
You're
what's
right,
important and what
but
you want. If you want it bad enough.
I
So
think
don't
it's
feed me that
different when
bullshit.
somebody's actually trying to build something.
Yeah.
If somebody's building something, like if somebody running their own business.
I'm sorry, if you got
That's
to take a
different.
female out, then don't try to tell me that bullshit that you don't have time for me when you're taking somebody else out.
Well, that's different. He's just full of shit.
Fucking up,
Just saying.
Mark.
He's just full of shit.
Larry don't let it
That's
slide.
somebody that's full of
I'm
shit.
just saying.
Larry don't let
Yeah.
it shit.
You know.
That, okay.
I mean, there are people who genuinely don't have a lot of time because they got a lot going on.
You got time
But
to
like-
call me to try to
but-
hook up with me.
You're right. I
Listen,
agree.
you ain't got time.
That's bullshit.
If you don't have
But-
time, you lead with that. And then if
I mean,
I
yeah, but I'm
decide
saying, like,
that
somebody-
I'm interested, then we'll go from there and we'll make time in between.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like
Right.
somebody who's genuine they genuinely don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, but
I think they're gonna be upfront about that.
Right, that happens. But you have people that just because to make themselves to save face and to make them look better, it's just this. No, tell the truth. You got something else going on, and
Right,
whatever
please.
else you got going on,
So that would
it's
give
more
me the option
interesting.
whether I want to, try to stick around and be involved in that.
I think women misunderstand when we say that, especially at this age, because women, at this age, like he and I have had this discussion before, at this age, we're trying to make as much money as we can as fast as we can. Not because we fucked up in our 20s or nothing, but it just, for men, your focus shift. In your teens and 20s, only thing you really want to do is chase women. That's it. That's your only focus. Once you hit 30, 35 and up,
That was not my only. Go ahead.
yeah. Once you hit 30, 35 and up, your focus is like, whew, I got aches and pains now. I don't want to work forever. I don't want to do this. So how can I make money? Because if I could have back the time in my teens and 20s, I would literally be a multimillionaire now. Knowing what I know now, and had I had that kind of focus, the focus I have now, if I had that then. So now our whole focus, and I've talked to so many men who said the same thing, my only drive, my only motivation, the only thing I care about right now is making money. So it becomes a work thing. Literally, last year I averaged 72 hours a week at work. And I know you on fries, or not on fries, at McDonald's. Sorry, I was thinking of Mark again. So
Just told on yourself.
no,
Just kidding.
that was so.
Never met Mark.
And I know I've talked to y'all. You were the main one. You were the overtime queen. Lettuce, cash register, fries. It didn't matter where they needed you. You was like, I'm good. I'll work the
I
grill.
was a hoe.
You slept under the grill.
I'm a McDonald's hoe.
She was a McDonald's hoe.
She was
So-
Jamaican me crazy.
Jamaican me crazy. Your focus shifts, and the older you get, your focus becomes money. In another 10 years, my focus might strictly be retirement. That's all I'm thinking about. But your focus shifts, your priorities change, and it becomes less about, yes, I like her, she's cool, I want to spend time with her, but at the same time, I just want to make some money.
Okay, well, just say that. I mean,
Most guys are
that's what
upfront.
those
we
things
can
like,
come to
lead with that.
if there's some type of terms that we can agree on, then I mean that's fine. But don't just straight feed me the bull.
Or don't pursue me like you want something, knowing you just want to make money. Nobody's faulting you for wanting to
We're
make money.
still
Go
going to
ahead and make
pursue
money.
you because there's potential in you, but we just want you to understand that this is my priority. You're going to fall behind that. So understand, if you
And-
can deal with that.
Right. There's no issue in having those priorities. Again, lead with that.
Okay.
But
As long as you're upfront.
when you say everything else but that, that's where the issue is. Or you profess these feelings, but you know what I'm saying. Your actions don't show it.
Okay.
Like, don't tell me anything. Show me.
I think personally, my biggest hang up with dating is I still haven't found a way to walk that fine line between being a nice guy and a complete asshole. Because I am by nature not an asshole. But it seems to me like that's the only thing women really respect.
Are you serious?
In my
It must be the type
experience.
that you've come across.
Just
but not
like Mark on
everybody's like that.
fries. I'm just saying. This is my
Everybody's not like
experience.
that.
It's
Oh,
like
oh,
you dealing with somebody, you trying to date them, and you like I find it, for me, naturally, if I really like somebody, I'm going to treat them well.
Right.
However, in my experience in doing that, it's almost like it triggers some type of response from women where it's like, oh, I can do whatever I want.
I can walk all over him. The nice guy gets Russell Wilson.
And wow, but and that is the problem that I find
That's not
myself
what you
in.
just said.
Yeah, he did. He went there. But that's my biggest hang up.
I get what
That's
what
my
you're
biggest
saying,
hang up with
but
dating.
I
It's
think-
like I want to be nice, but I know as soon as I am, I'm then in the mind of the women that I'm speaking of, that says that triggers doormat. I'm not
I
a
know what you're
doormat.
saying,
It's
but-
just by the time you screw up with
Right,
me,
right.
you've already done so much that you can't go backwards. It's too late for you now.
But we as women go through the same thing. You know, you can be good to a man and you can really put your effort forth and like show him like, look, I'm really interested in you. And you know, you'll see him with Sally over there on the salad.
Sally on salad.
Sally on salad.
So, and the issue is, and I think this is the same for, and that's what the problem is. So, because I know for me, once my feelings are hurt, and it's not just like, I would say my first relationship, my serious relationship, it really hurt me. I remember crying for a long time, and so because of that, I just didn't want to hurt like that again. So I put this 10-foot tall, 10-foot wide wall up that nobody could get around, but I spent so much time protecting my heart that I probably missed a lot of good suitors or good people who would have been good to me, and just was interested in just, hey, let's, talk. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying. The very same issues you have, we have the same thing too.
Okay.
Like I feel like some men like to be with women that can't carry themselves or they want to feel like I got to take care of her.
That is a natural instinct we have. Protect and provide. That's what we do. That's a natural instinct for us. We don't want our money. We just want to give it to you. All you gotta do is talk us out of it.
But it's just like I can provide for me too. You know what I mean? Like we had the conversation at work about being wanted versus being needed.
Yeah.
Would you rather be wanted or would you rather be needed, Brad?
Want it.
Absolutely want it. If you need me, then the fuck do I need you
I want to be
for?
wanted. I don't want to. If the situation is right, and I'm with somebody, and I know like when I'm out here grinding, I don't have to worry about what they're doing. You can
Right.
have whatever you want.
Right.
Take it. Here's my wallet. I just need money for gas and
serious.
snacks. You know what I'm saying? It's gas and snacks.
Rice Krispie treats.
Whatever. I'm just
You know,
saying.
but I get what you're saying. The thing is this, because I said this too. I'd rather be wanted because I want you to be able to leave. Because if you can leave and you still here, that says something. When you need to be here, you dealing with me because you really don't have no other options or nothing else going on.
So how genuine is this?
Right.
Are you here because you
Exactly.
need a place to lay your head, or are you here because you want to be
Right.
here?
See, I believe in the whole team concept.
Absolutely.
You know
Team
what I'm
building.
saying?
Be
Like,
partners.
right. And it's gonna be a relationship. I give a little bit. Sometimes you take more. Sometimes you give a little bit. I take more. But see, other people don't get that, or they can't process you know what I'm saying? You're not always gonna be leading, because sometimes my idea might be a little bit better than yours. Just listen to me. I even give you the credit. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
But men need that.
Yeah.
Because they
take
need to feel
that.
like the
Make you
leader.
feel like, this
Yeah.
is your idea, baby. Texas look real good this time of year. I think we should go to Texas. I think we should, baby. You right.
He been saying he wants to go to Texas.
Texas, so we gonna go to Texas. No, you just Jedi mind fuck this dude into going to Texas. But I don't know. In my mindset, I would think in this day and age, I would think dating would be easier. Because
You would think, but
I would think so, because you've got technology, you've got, especially at this age, you know what you want, you know who you are. You're not trying to find yourself. You're not 20 and 22 years old trying to figure out, who am I? What's my purpose in this world? Motherfucker, you know what your purpose is. You know what you're doing, and you know pretty much why you here and what you got to do while you here.
Yeah, because you done trial and error the fuck out
You
of
done
it.
try. You done fucked up enough that where you should know what you're doing by now.
Right.
So And then if you just want some ass, you got apps for that. You got enough technology where you can have something serious over here or be working on something serious here. And if you just need something, you got an app for that. So I would think it'd be easier to focus on what you're doing here. It'd be easier to focus and have your priority here.
It's not so much that, because a lot of times when men do that thing, the little plaything over there to the side, they're giving that plaything attention that they shouldn't be. They're not making it explicitly clear, like, you're a plaything. This is just what we're doing. You know, in their mind, they may be saying, she's my plaything. This is just what I'm doing. But to her, she's saying, you know what, baby, you're beautiful. You really go, you know what, we're going to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's saying everything she needs to hear. But knowing he never had no intention on doing anything right.
So it's, again, it goes back to that. Just lead with that. Just be
Right.
upfront.
Right. Okay. Because, you know, if you lead with that, I might be up for that too.
See, that's hit and miss, though. There's a 50% chance that she can go for that. There's a 50% chance that she'll tell me to fuck off.
Right, but this is the thing, you're right.
If I hit first and I do a better job than Mark on fries, then she's more apt and more prone to just be like, okay, I'll just be the side piece then. Or I'll just be the little plaything, as you put it. If you hit first and you do a better job than Mark on fries, if you do a good enough job, she's more apt to play her role.
But see, where the problem is you still haven't said that she was plaything. See, what you're still doing is you're still talking to her like she's not a plaything, while you have this serious thing over here. See, she's not under the impression that she's a plaything, and that's where the problem comes in at. Again, be upfront with what you want. You said it's a 50-50 chance, but with that 50-50 chance, when it all falls down, you can say, I told you what it was. Because even if you hit first and then say it later, you know what's gonna happen? Yeah. She's still gonna do the fool.
Yeah, I'm still gonna catch feelings. Because even when you tell a woman up front, this is strictly this is just a hit and miss thing. I'm in, I'm out.
No, but that's because you don't do it like that. And
half the time y'all are okay, friends with benefits, y'all are fine with that. And then as soon as he make your toes curl or he stick that finger in your butt, it's a hit. As soon as he do that, then everything shifts for y'all. Then it starts becoming you want more. You want time. You want more attention. It's like, whoa, what happened to the hit and miss thing?
When the hell did we start playing with buttholes so much?
I think that
you just say whatever comes to your mind, don't you?
Yeah, that's how
you just interject it whenever you like.
But that's what I took away. I'm like, what's so much butt play?
Because America is sexual deviance, and they always want to step the ladder up a little bit. That's why when porn first started out, all you had was a bunch of hairy bush bitches and old dudes, and now porn, they bring it in.
I mean, I'm not against the bush.
Getting collars in their mouth.
I mean, if you're asking me what I prefer, but I'm not against it.
But that's still what you're saying, JL.
I'm saying. People have slow days. Man.
Whenever Brandon, when he go off topic, he be sitting there thinking about that shit for me. He be like,
I mean, I think about everything, man. For real.
This butt shit is really fucking me up.
No, it's like we go there a lot, man. Like butt play, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever. Anyway, we're on relationships and stuff. I don't know. I think people are afraid to be honest with themselves. Well, about butt play too. I mean, I don't think people are completely 100 about that either. I mean, I think it's kind of odd, but you have a perfectly working vagina right there, and you sitting here trying to play with butt. It's just not for me.
You done got off your own topic, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's his fault. He does this to me all the time. He knows I'm easily extracted. It's like I could be talking about something in SQUIRREL. You know? Whatever. That's me. I'm sorry.
Take some responsibility, nigga. We was talking about friends with benefit situations.
And then you said butt play. And that made me think about it.
So that forced you to ask, when do we
That didn't force me, but I'm just like, why do we keep coming back to buttholes? Like, why? I thought
you could have just thought it. That's what I'm getting at. And this is something about
Well, I mean, if I don't say anything to you, then you're going to keep doing it.
I'm going to keep making jokes about buttholes?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I know y'all both just went away.
This nigga.
This is not a formal show, man. We don't have sponsors or anything like that. We do this because
McDonald's is not going to sponsor us at this point.
oh, McDonald's ain't gonna touch our ass now.
McDowell's, I'm sorry, McDowell's.
McDowell's. My son works.
We did see The Lion King tonight, though.
Y'all saw The Lion King?
The kid with the collar.
The King of
Oh, I thought you meant you saw the movie. I was like, man, ain't nobody tell me that shit was out.
Yeah, the fox
the
from...
King of Take Fire.
You know there's a live action Lion King coming
No.
out. You know that?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah,
You
live
didn't?
action.
He had the fox
I
from
want to see that.
Madagascar around his neck.
It's a they're doing
Murdered
a
a
Latin
thousand
movie, and I think
gerbils.
Will Smith
Yeah, Will
supposed to
Smith
be
is playing the
Genie.
genie. How are they doing a live action of Lion King? What the fuck is that going
It's
to
gonna be
So who's gonna
cold.
be the lion?
fucking lion.
3D generated.
What do you mean? The lion's gonna be.
You said live action, like as in
You're right.
fucking real lions. They
Exactly. It's
train
not going to be
fucking
animated.
kill stuff.
That's
So
what I
there'll be
mean.
people there.
It is
People
3 days.
in.
Well, there's no people in The Lion King. What people were in The Lion King? There was lions, and there was that what was that, a badger or some shit?
You know, I think I'm still on.
What was Timon and Pumbaa? And one was a warhog. What was he? Was a meerkat? He was a meerkat. He was a meerkat. Yeah. Ain't no people in The Lion King. It was people doing it voices.
So relationships though.
Anyway, yeah, off topic. Wow.
Way.
Anyway, but like relationships, I think people aren't really honest with themselves and what they want. Like you'll go into a certain situation, just telling somebody whatever they want to hear because you're trying to get that. And I think women do that too. I think they do.
I think everyone does. Yeah.
Yeah, I think men do it for sure. But I'm saying I know in my own experience women do that.
I think, and also with that, sometimes you hear only what you want. Because I would say in my last relationship, I heard everything he said sounded nice to me. And I bought into this advertisement. You know, I bought the house in the magazine, and when I got to the house,
Sight unseen. Really.
I mean, it wasn't even, the house wasn't that bad. It just was not what I thought it was.
Gotcha.
So then you kind of like, man, this baby, he sold me a whole dream, and you know, so you also got to kind of sit back after every situation and really go over everything and be like, okay, so this is what happened, because you can't always blame everything on that person or the person who hurt you, because you got to take some responsibility for it too. So even with the play thing, you know, women always cry, oh, he hurt me, he did this. Well, how was he able to do that though?
Right. I think women jump into it right away, like within a week, like trying to lay claim to the situation. I literally had women within 6 days, like, so what are we? You're the bitch I met 6 days ago. What do you mean, what
I'm not
are
like
you?
that at all. I'm not gonna pressure.
Plus, there's been times where I've heard of certain situations where a guy, like we were talking about before, will tell you straight out, listen, I'm not looking for nothing long term with you. I think you're attractive, and I'd like to sleep with you, and then it turns into this thing where she's trying to sleep her way into this dude's life. You know what I'm saying? And then she acts
She's
like
doing extra stuff.
yeah, she's doing extra, trying to just be in this dude's life, and it's not working. And then at the end of it, she's like, "Why don't you love me?" He never said he was.
But I think when you get a situation like that, what she gets is what she, like when a person tell you this is not what I want to do, and now as long as he's not giving her what she wants, like playing games with her, because a man still will give you that, like, oh, you know, I don't want nothing, but he'll be over your house spending time with you, doing this, that, and the other with you, when you just supposed to come get you some and go home, if that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? When you spending more time with me, we're sitting on the phone doing a lot of talking. It's not a side piece situation no more, because we're building a relationship.
He might be doing that for you so that you don't feel like a side piece. That might strictly be a courtesy thing. Like, I don't want to feel like.
Right,
still
but you're
lines, though.
No, it's not. It's trying to spare your feelings. It's trying to make you feel like you're not a side. You're not just a hoe. You're not a side piece. You're not a jump off.
established that's
Right.
what it is.
It is, but
so
at
by
the
you
same
doing
time-
that, when it all comes
Right.
down, and you say, I told you what it was, but you also told me a whole lot of other things in these conversations we were spending. This time we shouldn't have been spending.
No, it's not. It's forward thinking, and here's what it is. How do you feel? And I explained that both of y'all look at me like, both of y'all get punk ass, got your heads cocked to the side like I'm gonna hear this bullshit. I knew you were gonna say that, you piece of shit. But the reason I say is, how do you feel? And you answer honestly, please. How would you feel if man comes into your house? Y'all go straight to the bedroom. He take off his clothes. You take off your clothes. Y'all get down to business. Half the day, let's say nigga don't even take his clothes off. He just pull his jeans around his ankles. Y'all do your thing, and then afterwards, he just pull his shit up and walk out the front door.
He's just
If we
lazy.
have an understanding of what this is,
He
we
don't
have an
say-
understanding of what this is. Now you gonna at least get naked. Now you just
No,
not gonna talk
no. You said it is what it is. That means
Right.
my team stay on, pants come down my ankle, and your ass over.
Right, see, and that's what the problem. Don't make that face. Are you a serial killer?
And then
He was
as soon as I get my
American Psycho.
As soon as I get my mark on fries, I'm pull shit over. All right, I'll at you next week.
I'm pretty
And
sure
walk the
Mark
fuck
on
out.
Fries did not want
Leave the
my
door open, still
crowd.
kids
But
juicy
see,
juice.
no, because that is disrespectful.
Is it?
It is.
So would you feel better?
If you're no, listen. If
Say
you're
what?
just having sex, and it should be that you can come over. You know, I'm not saying don't have no conversation. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is all those little heartfelt, meaningful conversations. You're building something there. When if you just having sex, you should just be just having sex. Hey, what you doing? Okay, well, you know, you busy, can I slide through? Okay, you come over, take your clothes off, and get your ass in the bed and have sex.
Okay. But wouldn't you feel better if
Okay.
the guy comes in, caresses your face, tells you your
Get
day
naked.
today, asks you how you doing today? Y'all talk about your day for 5-6 minutes, a little longer than Mark on Fries. Then he go to the room, he takes his clothes off, folds them all neat and nice, put them off to the side. Y'all do the do. Then
You
afterwards,
gotta fold his clothes.
You
But
do
we
the
not to
dude.
have sex.
Yeah.
What are you folding clothes for?
nigga, I'm making an example.
He don't want to fuck up them creases.
I ain't fucking up that
He does not want to fuck up them creases.
shit. Money. What's the point? And then afterwards, he lay there for a minute, stroke your hair. How you doing? Whatever. And then he gets dressed and leaves. Won't you feel better about that as opposed to just he come in smelling like beer and whatever the fuck?
See, the thing is, you're going to two different extremes.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you can. He come in smelling like beer. You can still take a shower, come over smelling like cologne. We have sex. You put your clothes on and you go home and we'll be cool. I don't need you massaging. Hey, go massage the woman you serious with here, because then again,
Wait, why?
you're building feelings.
Okay, fellas, here's
I'm trying to understand why we entertaining people who got significant others.
Right. Just
I know this is a scenario he brought up.
This is strictly. I don't even know
I
how we
don't
got
believe
here,
in that.
but I don't know how we got here. But no, this was not significant other talk. This was talking about strictly friends with benefits situation.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, she said you could go and stroke the hair of the person you serious with.
Because he said this.
Right.
I said,
I
I
just
just
said,
feel-
I get
Wouldn't you
that.
feel better if he stroked your hair and make you feel like less of a jump off, and just make you feel like
But
somebody we
isn't
kick
he a
it
jump
sometimes?
off?
Make you feel like somebody you just kick it with from time to time.
Isn't he a jump off?
It doesn't matter, but we don't get wrapped up in the feelings and the emotions of that shit. Y'all do.
But see, I
disagree
I'm
because
not
that
a
does
feeling
happen.
You're speaking
person.
universally.
It does
You're speaking in
happen.
generalities
It
for
does
all women. You're not
It
speaking
does
for you.
happen. I
You're
mean,
speaking for all women. not
It
just yourself.
depends. I mean,
Can't speak for all women though.
Yes, you can. You can speak for the majority of
Every
women.
person feels differently.
Okay, then you're speaking
Just like you
in
just said, guys
generalities.
don't think like that, or that doesn't happen to guys. That's a lie because it happens.
Okay, fine, fuck it. Here, guys, every guy listening to this or watching this, here's what I want you to do. Next time you go over to your little jump off house, I want you to go into the house.
You little jump off?
Hold on, yep. Don't even go to the room. Bring her over the couch. Don't even take your pants off. Pull your dick out through the zipper. Lift your shirt and smash her out. Then after you
do not pull it out through your zipper. Don't do that. I'm saying that. Don't do that. Do not pull your manhood through your zipper. Don't do that.
Then after you're done,
All over the gym.
after you're done, steal a kid's juicy juice, piss outside, and leave. Then see if she still feels the same way. That's all I'm saying. Since this is
Have you accidentally rubbed your manhood against your
Hurts like a
zipper?
motherfucker.
Yeah, so why would you pull your manhood
Because
through
I
that?
want to prove a point. And I'm willing fuck all y'all.
What point are you trying to make?
Before everybody jump
Because
in.
depending on the situation, shit, you come over, bend me over the couch. You know what I'm saying? I might like. Now you better pull your pants down. Fuck that through the zipper shit.
I'll compromise. I'll meet you in the middle.
Prove your point.
Jeans come down. I'm pulling dick out through the boxes. How about that?
The point you're trying to make is though.
Sir,
Why is this scenario so lazy?
That sounds so.
it's not lazy. It's about establishing a fucking understanding. Once you feel better, instead of you being treated. You.
I'm jumping like
Fuck am I disrespectful? That's not
I don't know what disrespect. I just know I gotta get some stuff out of the way here. You know.
That sound just disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's not disrespectful.
No,
It's
but
the
you're
proving the
disrespectful.
point.
You had no respect for. I'ma steal your kids' juice. I'ma piss outside your house. I'ma bend your nasty ass over the couch. I'ma fuck you just like you ain't shit. That's how you told this story. That's how you told this story.
That sounds like some shit that happened to you. From the memory.
This is what he said. You better not steal my baby juice.
I mean, it took your baby juice though.
He said that. Did he not say that? And you said you was gonna steal a juice. I'm going from all the words you came up with in your story.
You still got some Capri Suns in there.
And Mr. Baby Lash just, hey, don't take that.
I recounted his story.
I peed all over the bushes, and I didn't flush.
I ain't even wipe it up.
Now they're trying to make my head say.
I didn't say. I didn't say all that. Been there, I'm a fucking I didn't say that.
That's how the story sounded.
That's not how it sounds. That's what you're reading into.
Didn't it sound like that to you?
No, that's not what I said. That's what you're doing.
Like,
No,
it
that's
really
not what
sounded
you
like
said.
that.
That's how it comes
said
across.
it.
That's how it comes across.
Wow.
Before y'all keep jumping me, can I explain the
You
reason I'm
can
talking?
explain.
Go ahead.
This show went left from the start. I didn't say we did. I know we were never going to have any.
I'll tone down when I get one sponsor. You give me one sponsor. I will
monetize this one.
One sponsor.
Brothers have been brought to you by.
One sponsor, and I'll tone it down, I promise. The point I'm trying to make is that wouldn't you appreciate, even if it is just, did you say eat my ass? Even if it, I sound like it.
Back that ass.
This nigga, you can't say, never mind. I don't say nothing about
She didn't say it. She said, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, you sound like eat my ass. Didn't it say?
No, it doesn't.
If y'all don't stop
Don't pick that 10 cover no more.
Listen, wait a minute.
He started thinking like, wait a minute, it might be a drop in
can't
there.
remember.
Gosh darn it, it's a drop in there.
She just called you a full-on alchemy.
Oh my God, why do you have to words what I say? Oh my God. The breakdown.
Now, the point I was trying to make before I was rudely interrupted 3-4 times is that wouldn't you feel better as a woman? Wouldn't you feel better about yourself if the guy shows you a little bit of attention, asks you how your day is, then says, okay, let's go back here and do our thing? As opposed to just coming in, saying, all right, you know what time it is, whip his dick out, slap it across your face and say, let's get to it. It's the same. Nigga,
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, wouldn't scenario A sound a lot better than scenario B?
Can I?
That's what the fuck you here for.
Okay. Okay, no. First off, I don't need for you to make me feel better because I feel just fine. I know what I'm doing and I know what I've agreed to. So, it don't matter.
This is the thing.
That's a good answer. Thank you.
Okay. It's fine having small talk before, but you were going to 2 different extremes. I'm not saying that I don't need you to, you sit afterwards and you massage my hair and you're like, well, you need any help, or, you know, all that extra unnecessary conversation.
It's becoming intimate.
It's masturbative, especially in the end when it's not getting me anywhere. You just did all that for nothing. I was just like, hey, you know, we can be friends, and
Small
you know,
talk or whatever.
yeah. I'm not saying kill all the small talk. I'm saying don't make this more than what it should be. Because when you start doing extra things, women start taking it as that, okay, his feelings are changing, so my feelings are changing. Because I would say for me, one of my biggest problems is I feed off of the other person. So if you start doing more, then okay, maybe I can.
See, okay.
So if for me, if we're just having sex and I know that that's what it is, then we can just have sex. But when you start doing all the little extra things, then I'm like, okay, well maybe this is more than you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now.
See, this is why I ask these questions, because to me, I was like, I wanted clarification. That's why I asked. I don't say this shit to be difficult. I don't say this shit to be a smart ass. People think.
No, I think you're a difficult smart ass.
People think, I think that's not your hair.
Okay. It's not.
It's that I don't do this shit to be difficult. I ask these questions because I really want to know. That's why I ask, would you rather be A or B? That's why I wanted to know. Now, the way you explain it and the way you explain it is like, oh, okay, what you give is what you get. It's very simple. That's why I'm like, okay, thank you. Now I have a better understanding.
Right.
If I need certain things, I'll tell you, okay, well, I need this.
Or, like you said, would you rather be point A or point B? Maybe not quite point B, but closer to point B, but definitely like point A if you don't want to be in a relationship. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. That's more the reason why it's a more than sufficient answer. I appreciate
But
that.
not you gonna come beat me on the couch and slap my dick out and he said he's gonna slap me over the head with it too.
I did not say your head. I said cock slap you across the
You
face.
did,
I said across the face.
That's part of
Two
it.
different things.
Same region.
It's a meat
Still the
hand.
face.
Depending on who it is. She might be like, oh.
Basically, if you put it down right, you can do pretty much anything. You want to drag his sack across your face. You so silly. Balls just scraping your makeup off.
Don't touch my makeup.
Don't touch the makeup. If you do whatever you want, over the neck.
You drag his sack across your face. You messed up my makeup.
That
Shut up.
was so serious.
Oh man.
All right, so we established a lot today. I think we've learned quite a bit. We've learned not to bring up butt talk anymore. We've learned. I've learned quite a bit just from the
Every
last
time you say
exchange.
butt, I look at Brad. Just to
I
see
know,
what he's
right? I think everybody gonna look at Brad now like, what's he gonna say? That nigga was really into it. He was in deep thought. Like, how long was you thinking about that before we let them go? How long were you thinking about that?
I wasn't very long.
Okay, I didn't know. It looked like you were in deep thought. You're like,
I
oh,
just find it interesting that we
I
always
like
end up on that subject.
Like,
That's
what
all.
is it? Maybe
What-
we should do a whole show about that.
What about
You know, we
anus?
always come- you know, you
About
gotta
the-
kinda
about
get-
anal?
No, not really.
No. Oh, with the
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we got.
Now you touch.
That reminds me, we having them back. We gotta have them back. I got in touch with her. I gotta get in touch with her. I'm sorry. We gotta have them back on. We had a polyamorous couple on. They're very open about their relationship, their sex life, and all that. They're a lot of fun. So we're gonna have them come back. Might have y'all come back when they come back, just so see how that your facial
Yeah,
expression.
she's gonna. Yeah.
Your facial
I
expressions.
remember. I was.
Yeah, your facial expressions will be priceless. just to listen to them, there's some of
So
their
I
stories.
like swingers and stuff.
They swing.
I don't think they swing.
No,
though,
she said
do
they swing.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
I thought there was just they. It doesn't matter.
No, she said she swings up. Well,
I thought I thought she just dealt with, you know.
because she had a husband, a boyfriend, and I think at one time she had a girlfriend too.
I thought she was just. I thought it was just the.
She's a no holds barred kind of lady.
She's just sexually free.
That's who she is.
Sexually free.
She's actually cool.
She's cool as hell.
Yeah, she's
So we're gonna have them come back on. Anyway, thank y'all. I learned quite a bit. I learned a lot in this exchange. I really. Does everybody think I'm never sincere?
I mean, I don't think you can go through this entire subject matter in like an hour.
You can't.
We've been at it for almost 2. Yeah.
I think though
Well,
that
we haven't really actually. We didn't go through the whole subject. Though.
Well, no, I mean, we got.
think
I told you,
it was-
squirrel.
it was an interesting banter.
Right. I told you, squirrel every time. I'm just that's who I am. Okay. Sorry.
I just sound like, what was that man who used to have the one show, the sex show?
What?
He used to be on TV. Not Tom Green. What was that man's name? But he would talk. But he had his own show. First, it was a radio show. I'm gonna remember that.
Dr.
Black
Drew?
woman?
No, he was a white woman with long hair. I mean, a white man with long
White man
hair.
with long hair.
White man with long hair.
I don't know who
Who's
that
his
is.
name?
What did he do?
I don't know who he is, and I'm not promoting
What did he
that on this show.
You talking about Red
So,
Green? Red Green?
No, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna figure it out.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's over. So,
Hold on, she asked a question. She asked me what
Is
is
it a
I
question?
learned. She asked a question. She asked me
Oh, what'd
what
you
did I
learn?
I learned.
wheel of morality.
The most-
Turn. Show us the lesson
I got
we
morals.
should learn.
Oh,
I didn't say you didn't have
Squirrel
morals. I
is a
said
motherfucker.
wheel of morality. It's an imaginary wheel. You can't see it.
What you say?
But the squirrel ran behind it.
Squirrel is a motherfucker, boy. Anyway, the point is that what I learned was that one, most important, like I said, what you give is what you get. So whatever emotions or whatever you're putting out there is what you're going to start to reciprocate, is what they're going to reciprocate with. So that's informative. I learned a lot from that. The Jesse Smollett shit, I didn't really learn anything from that except that he's an idiot who just ruined his career life and all that good
Oh, I
stuff.
learned some shit. First off, if you're gonna have goons pay him more than $4,000,
Yeah,
and if you're gonna engage in criminal activity, why don't you think it out a little harder than just, oh, I want people to look at me and feel bad for me getting stomped out in the streets. I'm goofy, and this is the only way I can stay relevant. Stop
Did
doing
you
dumb
just
shit.
say he got beat up or raped or something? Did he have to say he was assaulted with bleach by racist hillbillies in downtown Chicago?
Yeah,
That
whatever.
is just slow. Anyway, I think I learned a lot. You guys got any questions? Anything you want to know? Anything you want to ask us?
No, I had an
Did y'all
interesting
enjoy
time.
yourselves?
I did.
Yeah.
But you know what? I like to debate and go back and forth because my view on things isn't always the right one. You know, so it's good to hear what other people think. I don't have to accept it, but I can hear it.
Word up.
That's your friend. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. You got anything you want to close with?
Oh, Shake Up Guys is, now that we've put some more things together, hopefully we'll be doing more shows like this and others, various topics, more often than just once every, 3 months. So,
We had to get this shit together. It took time.
well, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a sponsor, so I had to just be creative. But if you are watching this, please like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll be coming back at you.
And share.
Yeah, share with
So I can get a sponsor.
with other people and people who actually need to hear that you ain't gotta lie to have a side chick. You just be straight up.
That's what you should title the show. You don't have to lie to have a side chick.
Well, we'll figure that.
And Jesse Smollett.
We'll figure all that out in post. Right now, I'll see y'all later.